Statistics on DUIs and DWIs, the human cost of drunk and impaired driving, Part 1. 10,784 persons died as a result of drunk drivers with BACs of 0.08% in 2017 throughout the United States. In 68% of these fatalities, the motorist had a blood alcohol content of at least 0.15%. Our nation still has a long way to go despite the advancements made since the passage of the Minimum Drinking Age Act and the reduction in the permitted alcohol consumption while driving limit. Another person perishes needlessly at the hands of an intoxicated motorist every 48 minutes on average. Over the past 2 decades, alcohol impairment has been a contributing factor in around 1/3 of all traffic-related fatalities. That translates to hundreds of thousands of wholly avoidable fatalities and millions of lives devastated by the loss of friends, spouses, kids, parents, and siblings. Fatalities involving alcohol, by state. The percentage of fatal traffic accidents that are brought on by alcohol impairment roughly mirrors the national average from state to state. The percentage of road deaths brought on by intoxicated drivers is significantly greater in places where alcohol awareness is still lagging behind. The states with the highest mortality toll are shown in these statistics from 2017. 43% in Connecticut, 120 deaths. 40% for North Dakota, 46 deaths. 41% for Rhode Island, 34 deaths. 39% in Hawaii, 42 deaths. Texas, 39%, 1,468 deaths. 6% Wyoming, 44 deaths. 10% California, 1,120 deaths. Even though these numbers are shocking, they still do not adequately capture the scope of the drunk driving crisis in our country. According to estimates from the Federal Bureau of Investigation, 1,017,808 drivers were detained for driving while intoxicated or under the influence of narcotics in 2016. What's more alarming is that the average drunk driver is believed to have operated a vehicle while intoxicated 80 times or more before being arrested. Simply put, law enforcement authorities cannot handle the issue on their own. Individual drivers must be made aware of the dangers of drinking and driving and make the decision to refrain from doing so if the human cost of alcohol-impaired driving is to be reduced. Risk of fatal collision. According to studies, there is a markedly increased probability of being in a deadly collision when drinking and driving. The danger increases as BAC increases. A 0.05% BAC increases the chance of a fatal collision by 5 times. The chance of a fatal collision increases 9 times with a BAC of 0.08%. A BAC of 0.15 increases the probability of a fatal collision by 20. Despite how frequently it happens, being involved in a fatal crash does not always entail the drivers actually perished. Tragically, accidents involving drunk drivers regularly result in the deaths of innocent bystanders. Pedestrians, other drivers, or passengers who are riding with the drunk driver are sometimes the victims of these accidents. Of the 10,784 fatalities caused by drunk driving in 2017, the drunk motorist was directly responsible for 61% of fatalities. Vehicle occupants accounted for 28% of fatalities, 14% of whom were companions of the drunk driver. Non-occupants such as walkers and bikers made approximately 11% of the fatalities. There is a very good possibility that you will end your own life or take the life of someone dear to you if you cause a deadly automobile accident while intoxicated. Even if you murder a total stranger on the street, you will be responsible for that person's death for the rest of your life. Who bears the cost? To protect occupants of the vehicle during a collision, modern cars are constructed with cutting-edge safety devices including seatbelts, front and rear crumple zones, and airbags. These precautions can help prevent fatalities and serious injuries in low to moderate speed collisions, but they won't help you if you're flying down the road at 60, 70, or 80 miles per hour. Driving when intoxicated frequently results in unsafe speeds and greatly reduces one's ability to handle a vehicle. Driving under the influence will almost certainly result in a serious accident. Furthermore, these safety features offer little protection to those who are outside the car. Sadly, the most vulnerable road users frequently end up paying the price for someone else's drunk driving error. A drunk driver in a 3,000 kilograms metal box has little chance against cyclists, motorcyclists, or pedestrians. Of the 10,497 traffic fatalities caused by alcohol that happened in 2016, 1,600 of the victims were motorcyclists. 807 people walked. 91 people rode bikes. Keep in mind that when you get behind the wheel, you need to be thinking about more than just your safety and the safety of other drivers. Pedestrians, cyclists, and other vulnerable road users without an enclosed vehicle to protect them in the case of a collision are likely to be encountered along the way.